A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold yet controversial move, the British government's plan to tighten its asylum system has ignited a fierce backlash from within its own party. Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood unveiled a series of hardline measures aimed at discouraging asylum seekers and streamlining the removal of those without the right to remain in the UK. The announcement has drawn sharp criticism from Labour MPs, who have labelled the proposed rules as repugnant and performatively cruel. As tensions rise within the party, the implications of these policies could have far-reaching effects on the political landscape. The Prime Minister has stated that the existing asylum system is ill-equipped to handle a more volatile and insecure global environment. However, Mahmood's announcement has gone beyond what many within Labour had anticipated, prompting a wave of dissent from backbenchers. Tony Vaughan, MP for Folkestone and Hythe and a former immigration lawyer, expressed concern that the government's rhetoric promotes a culture of divisiveness, contributing to rising racism and abuse in communities. He warned that the proposed measures would divert critical resources away from effectively managing the asylum system. Sarah Owen, chair of the Women and Equalities Committee, echoed these sentiments, condemning the policies as repugnant. Stella Creasy, the Labour MP for Walthamstow, criticized the changes as performatively cruel, asserting that there are more humane alternatives aligned with Labour values that could still maintain border control. The Conservative Party has seized upon Labour's internal division, with leader Kemi Badenoch extending a genuine offer to collaborate on passing the contentious measures through Parliament. Badenoch expressed skepticism, suggesting that Labour MPs would likely vote against their own government's proposals. This internal strife within Labour has raised questions about Sir Keir Starmer's leadership, especially as he gears up for a critical budget next week. While some MPs acknowledge the necessity of stringent measures to counter the rise of far-right sentiments, there are growing concerns that Mahmood's proposals, which have garnered endorsements from far-right figures like Tommy Robinson, may exacerbate community divisions. Among the measures proposed are plans for overseas return hubs to house asylum seekers whose claims have been rejected, reminiscent of the controversial Rwanda policy that faced significant backlash. Mahmood has dismissed parallels to the Rwanda system, yet she faced relentless questioning from Labour MPs during her statement. At one point, she apologized for referencing racist language directed at her, but maintained that it is the government's responsibility to restore order and control, arguing that failing to do so would empower those seeking to divide society. The government's document outlining these changes, titled Restoring Order and Control, suggests a re-evaluation of refugee status every few years, which critics argue will further strain resources and complicate the asylum process. The document also highlights the return of some Syrian individuals to their homeland, stating that enforced returns to countries where removals have not been routine in recent years, including Syria, are being explored. Labour MP Nadia Whittome condemned the proposed policies as dystopian, questioning how the government could justify such measures when they are being lauded by far-right activists. She emphasized the shamefulness of a Labour government undermining the rights of individuals who have already faced unimaginable trauma in their lives. The political climate surrounding immigration in the UK has become increasingly charged, particularly following violent protests outside hotels housing asylum seekers. The issue has gained traction as more than 39,000 migrants have arrived by boat this year, surpassing previous records. Although the influx remains a small fraction of total immigration, it has fueled a narrative that has captivated public attention and political discourse. The government's new reforms, inspired by Denmark, would eliminate the UK's legal obligation to provide support for asylum seekers, allowing for the withdrawal of housing and weekly allowances currently guaranteed. Additionally, benefits could be denied to individuals who are legally entitled to work but fail to do so, as well as those who break the law or work illegally. Regular reviews of refugee status would determine if individuals can be safely repatriated, with a waiting period for permanent settlement extending from 5 to 20 years. The government also aims to establish safe pathways for migrants to claim asylum without risking perilous crossings of the English Channel. While some political opponents argue that Mahmood's proposals do not go far enough, Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch has commended the Labour government's steps as a move in the right direction. As the debate continues, the ramifications of these policies on the asylum system and on the Labour Party itself remain to be seen, as the country grapples with the complexities of immigration and the ethics surrounding it. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.